That's what
But do you
matters.
look at other, let's say, your friends and be like, they did something जो मुझे भी शायद कर लेना था, या
Yeah,
maybe
of course.
I would have changed something different.
Of course. With your career, never go blind into anything. Career has to be balanced. There has to be faith, there has to be belief, but at the same time, you have to be practical. But the only thing I see my contemporaries and, think is, look at them, yeah. They're still out there. They're still fit. They're still looking good. They're still doing great work. Maybe one day even I'll do it. And I continue to do it. I keep myself fit. I keep myself ready. You never know. Something comes up and you're at it. It's like suddenly franchises are big. So whether it's a Welcome, whether it's a Hera Fairy, whether it's an Avara Pagal, whether it's anything, it's all being remade. And what are you living on? Nostalgia now. You're back to the 90s,
Yeah.
Border 2 worked like magic because of the magic of Border 1,
True.
because of what JP Datta, the legend, and OP Datta and, Javed Saab and all of them had delivered together.
But who do you look at as in your friend circles who you feel like this guy was the smartest? Maybe he made the smartest moves.
I wouldn't say smartest moves. I would say honest moves, conscious, very conscious about position God has given them and done right. I'd say Akshay, Ajay, done brilliantly well. Created a world for themselves. A world that is larger than life, a world that is about respect at the box office. I think managed it beautifully. And they continue to do it. If you see the actors who are delivering blockbusters, all 55 plus. All 55 plus are giving constant blockbusters. Of course you have a Ranbir and you have a Ranveer, but I'm talking about consistency.
Yeah.
These kids are still 10 films, 12 films old. 100 plus films, and continue to give blockbusters. Sunny, just look at that.
Interesting. I never heard anyone say this, but this is true.
No, but it is
55 plus, they are delivering.
Salman Khan, Shah Rukh, Amir, Sunny, Ajay, Akshay, all of them are, that the box office is going to jingle with them around.
Why do you think today the stardom with which Shah Rukh Khan has built is incredible? It's probably the biggest in the world right now, and others were not able to build as much as what Shah Rukh has built.
Because he had music, and in India music matters. The best songs he had Yashchi with him, and the best songs, his commitment to his craft, him inventing himself all the time, the grace. He's complete, complete from a human perspective also.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, the respect he gives, the respect he expects. He's there when he needs to be. He's not about social media. He's not about posting. He's not about anything. He has the yesteryear charm, which a lot of the earlier stars have. The kids of this generation believe that social media is the way forward. That news needs to be put out. Whereas these guys aren't that way. It's like a Ranbir. The charm of a Ranbir is he's not there. He's there when his work is there. His work speaks, and rest is for you to imagine.
True.
And when you start imagining in the way you see the individual. Absolutely.
What's the most misunderstood thing about you?
I think that I am an unbelievable businessman, and I have got 20 businesses running, and that probably I'm one of the richest actors in the industry.
That's
Pure
wrong.
Bullshit.
Pure bullshit.
Yeah, it's not wrong. It's bullshit. I'm telling you, the other kids are doing so much better. I've managed to keep myself afloat. Like I said, real estate is what has saved me. Businesses, loss. Before I got into movies, Profit.
Okay.
The minute I got into movies and I wasn't taking care of it, I've lost. I've lost in probably every second business that I've done.
Tell me
And
one or two
that's
businesses you lost.
I think in the restaurant industry, I lost. And in the garment trade, the minute I got out and tried to do something on my own, I lost. When I tried to do something with a startup personally, but I was also working, I lost big money. But once I started backing startups and understood them and started working with these kids who are professionals, I think I benefit.
खुद
से क्योंकि खुद का टाइम देना पड़ता है अपनी बिजनेस होती है. जब दूसरे चलाते हो दूसरों का हो जाता है. सेम काइंड ऑफ कमिटमेंट कभी नहीं आएगा. And that's why when kids today say, no, family business, I want to do something on my own. No, that family business has been set beautifully. Manage it and then do something else. But manage that legacy of yours. Don't let it go. Because legacy just doesn't come that way. People might call it nepotism, but for me that word doesn't exist. हर बाप अपने बच्चे के लिए करता है और हर पिता या माँ हो अपने फैमिली के लिए सब कुछ करता है. दूसरों को ऑफ कोर्स उसी चक्कर में बहुत सारे लोगों को मदद मिलती है, लेकिन ना.
But and you believe कि most of the investments that you do, including the real estate, including the house, you feel emotions take over more than the business investment side, or like the smartness side? In
businesses, yes, and even in homes, yes. Because, I'm someone who believes that if it's real estate, I'm someone who believes that don't rent here, own.
You?
Own. Because, again, I don't want the Excel sheet dictating life. I don't want to be a nomad. I don't want to be someone, yes, freedom sounds very good, yahan, kabhi wahan. Families ऐसे नहीं बनती. Ownership, legacy, belonging matters a hell of a lot, and belonging is the home, the family, the neighbors, the society. There has to be contribution. If you don't own something, you would be, even if it's a society, it's a home. If I don't own it, how am I going to contribute to the development of the society? It will never matter to me. So if I don't develop my society, how will I develop my city? How will I develop my country? तो वो रहना बहुत 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 जरूरी है. My call. There may be, cost is this much. घर का कोई cost होता है क्या? कोई value होती है क्या? बेच के तो तुम exactly बेचने के लिए नहीं खरीदे हो आप. So it's priceless. Then how do you say कि it costs this much and the interest? I don't believe in all that. I believe own.
Well, that's more emotional.
Yeah, it's emotional, and if it wasn't for Mangalore and my parents hadn't owned that home, where would my roots be?
So for you, buying a house is an emotional decision. Buying real estate is an emotional decision.
Not always. If it's commercial, it's different. If it's residential, it's different. Like I said, if I didn't have my ancestral home, which is my home, I have my share in it and we own it, what would my roots be? What would I go back to correct myself? Where would I go back? Where would I get my culture from? Where would I understand who all are there taking care of me and protecting me and for giving me this kind of a life? How would I see the difference between the highs, the lows, the rich, the middle class, the lower middle class? How would I be able to mix with everybody? How would I still continue to be able to live that kind of a life? I would have been in a world of my own, believing that, the spotlight is the only light that I require in my life. No, I need to look around.
But then you also believe ना कि यहाँ पर भी होना चाहिए. You believe कि जिस सिटी में रहते हो जहाँ पे वहाँ पे रेंट मत करो and you should buy that.
Absolutely, क्योंकि वहाँ फिर आप contribute करते हो ना. आप contribute करते हो. See, I may be completely wrong, but I contribute. I know I was secure while growing up because I grew up in a society. I grew up with 120 families. Diwali, Holi, this meant everything to me. I was a part of the society. The minute I was 18 plus, I wanted to be a part of the society. I wanted to contribute. Could be for dandiya, could be for sports, could be for the gym. But there is a contribution that Shunil Shetty built his gym. यार तभी तो जिम थे भी नहीं. 40 साल पहले उन्होंने जिम बना दिया बिल्डिंग में. आज भी जब दिखाते तो लोग वो बोलते हैं ना, तो that is contribution. आप रेंट पे हो तो 3 महीने इधर 3 महीने उधर. It becomes very difficult for the children.